Hey everybody, welcome back. So it's time for another quick little recipe using freeze-dried wholesaler stuff. I'm going to show you how easy it is to use this stuff to make yourself a really awesome snack no matter what's going on in the world. Alright everybody, welcome back. So I just wanted to show you something today that I put together. These are really simple to make. They're really easy. Very handy to have around for kids, you know, during an emergency or disaster. Having some kind of quick, easy comfort food is really cool. And it's something that they may be already used to eating. So what we're going to do today, using all freeze-dried wholesaler stuff except for the crust, is we're going to make a miniature cheese pizza. And we're going to try it out and see how we like it. I have all this stuff out here. What I'm trying to do lately with freeze-dried wholesalers is show you that you can use only their food to make entire meals. Now, yeah, I had to use the pita bread because I don't have freeze-dried pita bread yet. But this is a simple way to make something that's really tasty, off-grid, really simple, even a quick lunch for yourself without having to worry too much about what's going on. So, the way I'm cooking it, I know I'm going to get questions on this. This is something that's been discontinued by the manufacturer. You cannot find it anymore. I bought this in Walmart probably around 2004. It is a propane oven. You see the little propane bottle on the end there. It's a little propane oven. Very nice. I've used it in previous videos, and usually what happens is people lose track of what the video's about and keep asking me questions about the stove, the oven, and you can't get this anymore. It doesn't exist, you know? It is really neat, very handy to use. I've used it many times. I even used it during a real power outage to bake some biscuits, and it came out really good. So pretty much the only thing left for an oven would be that Coleman oven that folds flat, and you open it up and you put it over a campfire or over a burner. But this is just something I thought would be a little bit faster for time's sake. And for time's sake also, I've hydrated all of my stuff for this video. I had the cheese and the other stuff there. We are going to make the tomato powder because I like showing you how easy that is to make, and it's a really nice, good, rich tomato powder. However, it is only tomato powder. So you do need to add some spices into it to make it more Italian tasting. A little bit of oregano, a little bit of onion, garlic, you know. It'll come out really good. So we're going to do that really quick. I'm going to get that set up. I'm also going to fire up this oven. It's got a little sparker on the side there, and you turn on the propane and it starts going. And I want to use it just to melt the cheese. We're not really cooking anything here. We're just going to melt the cheese because all this stuff is pre-cooked. I'm going to show you what I plan on using in this. First off, we have the freeze-dried tomato powder, okay? The freeze-dried mozzarella cheese, and here is proof, folks. I really believe in this food. I used this entire bag, and this is a lot of cheese. I made this the other night, and this stuff is really good. And I do use this. I eat this. This isn't just an advertisement. This stuff is really good tasting and very convenient to use. So I figure if I'm going to use this stuff, I want to practice with it first. Freeze-dried Parmesan cheese, and I have a couple of meatballs hydrating over to the side because I'm going to slice them up thin, put them on the pizza, kind of like you would with the pepperoni or something. They're hydrating over here in there. I just wanted to hydrate the stuff quickly so I could show you this without having to spend, 40 minutes making the video waiting for everything to hydrate. So, let's get a little container out here. I will start up the tomato powder, and we've made this before. You've probably seen it. It's very simple to put together. It's just a matter of getting it to the consistency you like. So, let me get that set up for you. Alright, so we got the oven fired up. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera, but there is warmth coming out of there, and I should have dusted that. That's a little dusty inside there, but it won't affect cooking the food. We got the oven fired up. It's about at 100 degrees right now. I just have it on the second setting. You can go up in settings on that little regulator on the valve on the end there. So it's like click, and then it's its highest. It says it goes up to 700. The highest I've ever gotten this thing is 500. And that was when I was doing the biscuits. I accidentally let it preheat for too long. So you can regulate that and turn it way down, turn it up. It's fairly easy to regulate. So let's get the stuff going here. Okay. Now remember, with this sauce, you're only putting a little bit on a pita bread, so you're not going to need a ton of sauce. So I'm kind of spooning this in carefully. And there we go. I'm going to do about 4 scoops of it. I'm not going to go crazy with it because, again, I don't need a ton and I don't want to waste it because this stuff is really cool. The cool part about this is it lasts so long with so little. You can use so much of this stuff. And, I accidentally, the first time I did it, I believe it was for a video too, I forget what I was making, but I used way too much of it, and I had a ton of sauce left over, and I never did use it, and it was like kind of a bummer. So I'm just going to add a little bit of water to start with. You can kind of tell when it's going to have a sauce consistency. I don't want it pasty, but a little bit runny is good, because we are going to put it on a pizza. We're getting there. A little bit more water. See? A little bit tiny more water. And it's funny, I was thinking about this today as I was doing this video. A long time ago, I had a subscriber mention, why don't I do my videos from this side? Because I'm right-handed, and because my arm always ends up blocking. But it was so uncoordinated when doing it from that way, because I'm so used to doing it this way. So I'm a little tiny drop. Yeah, it just feels so weird doing it on the wrong side. My brain is saying, that's the wrong side, go to the other side. There you go. Perfect consistency. See? Just like tomato sauce. Now, for this, I'm going to add in my garlic. A little bit of garlic. A little bit of onion, dried onion. Freeze-dried onion is good. There we go. This is actually the, this onion is actually the Thrive freeze-dried onion. A little bit of salt and pepper. Not too much. Don't want it too salty. Temperature's looking at about 250 right now on there. Alright, a little oregano. Little tiny bit. Remember, you're making a small amount of sauce. You don't want to over-season it. And a little bit of basil. Now your next prepping that you're going to put together here is chopping up the meatballs, because I'm going to make this like a meatball pizza. So, I'm going to show you what they look like. Move all this stuff out of the way. Kind of mix this up. And there we go. That's ready now. That's ready to spread on your pizza. All ready to go. No need to cook anything or anything like that. That's how you hydrate this. Really, really simple. So let's grab a meatball. Let's see. There's one that's fully hydrated. Perfect. All right, let me get a knife here. And I'm just going to slice up slices of this. Literally just slices down the middle. Just make a couple slices with it. And just kind of spread it on the pizza. Let me get one more. Okay. You may want a bigger work area than I have. But other than that, it's fairly simple to do. There you go. That one's a little bit hard in the middle. We're going to let that soak a little more, but that's good. The rest of it's all perfect. All right. Now, I have this little pan. This little pan came with the oven. And we're going to put the pizza on here, start setting it up, and I'm going to make some room here so you can see it, and we'll move on from there. All right, so the first thing I got to do is dry off my cheeses, because my cheeses have a lot of extra water in them. However, they have soaked it up pretty well. I have Parmesan and mozzarella here. The Parmesan got a little too much water in it, but it's okay. It's not going to get anything bad. What I'm going to do is take this here, and I just drain it out. This is how you do them. I just drain it out of the bag into this here like that. Just kind of squeeze it dry. Just open just enough to get out, and there you go. You got your cheese inside. So that's ready. Okay. Now the mozzarella, same thing. Take it to a corner. Squeeze it and dry it out. There you go. Mozzarella cheese is done. Again, any kind of moisture that you're going to have left in that cheese is going to dry up once you put it in the oven anyway. But I like to get the extra off there so it's not really in the way. All right. Now this is the easy part. Just get some pita bread, any kind you want. I just happen to have some wheat pita here, but any kind you want. You can make this as saucy or non-saucy as you want. I'm not too crazy about it dripping all over me, so I kind of go medium sauce on it. Gonna put some cheese on there. And again, you're going to have to spread this because it is a little damp. You're going to have to spread it out, but not bad. There we go. Get the rest of this here. And this does melt up really, really nicely. That's one of the things I love about their freeze-dried cheeses. I've had freeze-dried cheeses over the years that when you melt it, it kind of doesn't melt. You know, when you put it in the oven, it kind of never really fully melts. And I never figured that out, why it's like that. But I don't know who made it, but it was from years ago. We're talking 98, 99. And it was some kind of freeze-dried cheese that I picked up. Let me bring that out a little bit more. I know it seems kind of weird to wring out your cheese. It was some kind of freeze-dried cheese that I picked up in a store in California. It's up in gosh, what was it again? Up in San Jose. And it was called the Beehive. And it was a little preparedness, vitamin kind of place. You know, they had vitamins and natural herbs and all that stuff. But it was also, had a lot of preparedness stuff. And that cheese was just hard as a rock. So we're just going to put a little bit of this on here. There we go. And I am going to take the oven down a little bit because it seems to be up to over 400 now. Okay, so let me let that cool off a little bit. I'll bring you back when it's cooled down to about 350. And we'll fire up the pizza and see how it tastes. Alright, so we got it down to about 350. Open up. We are going to put this in here. There's what it looks like before. Now, you give me about, I don't know, 10 minutes and we'll check on it and see how it comes out. Alright, I shut off the oven and let it cool a little bit. It's down to like 150. The pizza looks perfect. I wanted to keep it in here to show you guys. Let's take a look at it. And there you go. So I'm going to get a plate and put this on a plate for you. And we're going to try it out and see how it tastes. Stick it up here. I'll be right back with a plate. So you know I had to stop and get a thumbnail of that for the video. Alright, let's try it out. I don't know how sharp this pizza cutter is. It's a very, very old one. Alright. It's actually doing a good job. So, let's try it out. See? There you go. There is a slice of your pizza right there. Perfect. Let's try it out. See what it's like. That is perfect. Sauce came out great. Really, really good. So, you see how easy it is to put together a really cool little lunch or snack for the kids or whatever using the freeze-dried wholesaler line of stuff. And I used almost everything from that except for the crust itself. You can stock up on pita bread and freeze it forever and it stays good for a very, very long time. So that's kind of a cool way to do it. I'm hoping someday that they have some kind of freeze-dried bread product. It'd be really cool to have something like that. However, even dough or something. But I think that would be a little difficult given the chemistry and all of dough and it rising and everything. But definitely cool little thing. Easy way to put together some bread. You can even do this on bannock bread. I believe I have a video I did, I don't know, a couple years ago where I made pizza from bannock bread. So just as easy to do that too. You can put together bannock bread with just some baking powder, some flour, a little bit of salt, pepper, and a little bit of water. So easy way to make some food. Freeze-dried wholesaler stuff, like I said, this stuff is 15% off if you use my link. So anything you want to buy here, now I know Thrive has been out of freeze-dried tomato powder forever. He's had it in stock the whole time, and that's where I've been getting it. So definitely check him out. One bag will last you easily a year. You see how little I used and how I got that pizza, and I still had some left over. So definitely a cool deal. Check them out. You can click my link down below. Click the link, you get 15% off. Everything, almost everything is back in stock except for the brisket. I really want to try the brisket. I gotta order that. And I want you guys to make sure you get stocked up. We live in very uncertain times lately, and it's a good idea to start thinking about having some food on hand, you know, any kind of potential emergency, lockdown, whatever. You know the stores are going to get hit. This is a good way to have insurance in your closet and not worry about having any food. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching. I'm going to have my lunch now, and I will talk to you next time. Don't forget to check out all our links down below. First of all, the freeze-dried wholesaler link, like I told you, that's 15% off just for clicking my link. We have our Amazon affiliate store down there. Don't forget to check that out. Everything I review in the store, except for this stove, because it's discontinued, is in that store. Don't forget to check out our My Patriot Supply. That's preparewithiridium.com. Preparewithiridium.com. And our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store as well down below. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.